Latvia, Latvia, Latvia. Yeah, let's wake everyone up. Ciao, Kayet. How is everyone? Hello, yes, welcome. That chant is something I learned at a Latvian hockey game recently. For the foreigners in the room, it translates to Latvia, Latvia, Latvia. You are welcome. Now, I'm guessing that a few of you are like confused as to why I'm here. I don't work at Delfi, not yet. Where's the CEO? I heard he was around here somewhere. I do accept money. But yeah, so I've been here for a few years now, and it was a choice I made specifically because I like Latvian people. They fit my kind of mentality. You know, keep your head down, walk forward, don't say too much. I can like get about my day, walk around the city, and do what I need to get done without too much interruption of my life. It's very good. And I was going to try and pretend to be Edgar's Balins during this conversation and do like a Latvian accent throughout, but I can't do a Latvian accent at all. I've been trying to master it for a while now, but it just comes out as like a drunk Finnish person. I'll correct that, just a Finnish person. Yeah, they like the old alcohol, don't they? They're very nice. I like them a lot. But yeah, it's, I had to like my credentials of why I'm able to do this, so I feel like I'm very Latvian now. And the moment I realized this was when my dad came to visit, and my dad lives in America. So he's used to like, hey, how are you? Great, awesome, yeah. This kind of stuff, and he's big into that, and so he's expecting all this kind of hospitality and stuff like that, and he didn't find that here. It was quite a new experience for him. I took him on a fun little trip one day. I was like, we'll go on the tram, and we'll go to the Central Market. Fun little trip for you. You'll enjoy yourself there. Went on the tram. Showed him that, and we got there. And he let some woman sit down on his seat on the tram, and then he turned to me and he was like, Jack, I gave the woman my seat, and she didn't say anything. And I'm so ingrained in the Latvian mindset now. I was like, well, what did you expect her to say? He's like, thank you, maybe? I'm like, yeah, I remember that. The good old days. But yeah, it's quite weird for someone who does stand-up comedy to come and do like a serious kind of talk. So I try not to make it too serious. It's kind of weird not to get like constant laughs every 30 seconds and stuff. Start to feel a bit weird. So I'm going to take inspiration from Kim Jong-un, and I've got a couple of little minions at the side who will tell you when you are to laugh and clap and all that kind of business. And if you don't, you will be sent off for re-education. And right, so we're going to do this. Let's dive into it, shall we? 20 lessons of 20 years of Delfi. Me and the wonderful Edgars, we went through this, and he found lots of interesting, lovely scenarios that we've had throughout the years of Delfi. So, you know, sit tight. It's going to be enjoyable. We'll get through it, and feel free to join in, make weird noises. Just let yourselves go. Don't be too uptight or Latvian. Right, number one, we have the most helpful friends in the world. So when people find out that you're a journalist or you work at Delfi, they immediately have lots of ideas for you, don't they? And you're like, guys, I saw this great news article on the way to work. Did you really, Giannis? Really? Yeah, good help. And it's tough being a journalist, especially with a stand-up comedian. If I get sent another video of Trevor Noah doing a stupid thing, I'm going to kill them. And constantly stuff like that. So there's our friends. They're very nice. Let's see if I can get the button working too. People care most about other people. So people claim here, especially in Latvia, that, we don't care about all this celebrity gossip. But it turns out that the most viewed and most read things on the Delfi website are of celebrities and their goings about, and all these little fellas, what they're doing, what they're getting up to, who they're in the bedroom with. I can relate to this because we have a similar thing in the UK with like the royal family and stuff like that, where everyone's like, such a waste of money. No one cares about the royal family. But every year or so, we just have to double check that they're still having sex. It's like, they're popping out another one. Yeah, and then everyone's, the little baby. Hypocrites, all of them. But yeah, that's how we can relate to that. What else we got? Number 3. Animals are the best weather reporters. So I saw this and it was great. And I'm sure all of you know about this. But at Delfi, they have people send pictures of their pets in and they help do the weather. And people get very excited about it, about their new famous furry friends. We got some examples, I believe. Aww. How many we got? There we go. Look at him. He's having a lovely time. I have no idea what that says, but I think the weather is cold. Right, there we go. Oh, I do love the way in Latvian language the days of the week are done. 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day. Big fan of that. Keep it simple. Whoa! Well, that just ruined everything. Close your eyes. All right. And what we got? We've got him. We made the Wednesday joke. Who's Team Cat in the room? Make some noise, scream or something. Ah! Something like that. Come on. Let yourselves go, people. And the dogs? Who are the dog people? Yeah. It's always a bit lower, isn't it? Oi! Right, I'm not a fan of cats, but those ones were pretty cool. So I'll let them off this time. Right, it says that the customer is always right. Or in Delfi's terms, this is that the reader is always right. And they've sent in some wonderful stuff for the lovely Delfi staff over the years. Here we go. So I don't speak perfect Latvian, but I'm pretty sure Nazisma, racisma, propaganda might be bad. Just a hunch. Well, yeah, they are very nice. They have lovely comments that they like to send in. These beautiful people. This one again, I don't think it's a positive stance on propaganda. Oh, Delfi. I'll let you guys read it, yeah. I'll see who's the quickest reader. You done? Yeah, nice. Number 5. It's a good number, isn't it? Time doesn't stay still. Yeah, before Delfi thought, oh, we don't need this Facebook and all this nonsense. And now they have a TikTok. Where's the TikTok guy? I saw him earlier. Yeah. See, I'm not involved in all this TikTok stuff. I'm not that old, but in my brain I am an old man, and I don't do that. The only TikTok I'm aware of is when I was a small kid and I didn't do the washing up. My mum threw a clock at my head. That was about as far as it's got. She's Irish, so they have like a bit of a temper sometimes. We'll get through it. Number 6. I'm a big fan of doing the numbers here. Delfi only publishes negative news. There's some absolute corkers in here, guys. When I got these translated, I made some very strange noises. Right, what we got first? I'll tell you what I'll do. Is there who's a foreigner in here who doesn't speak Latvian? All right, let's get some. Who's confident in speaking? Yeah, you look very confident.
Maybe. A man tries to kill his acquaintance with a gun, an axe, a tractor, and by trying to drown him in a bog.
So, nice guy, yeah? Typical Latvian. This one I kind of know. This brilliant man managed to get hold of some rum. Why is it a negative story? People are down by this. This guy's a hero. He's achieved something. He's done well. He's got himself on Delfi. Look, he's kind of famous now. I absolutely love watching the videos of the police put up on YouTube and stuff. It's absolutely amazing. There was one with some British tourists once where they kind of, there was a sign and they had a CCTV of them kicking it over, just booting this thing. And the police come up to the guy and he's like, oh, it was like that when we got here. And then they very calmly like, oh, no, it wasn't. There you go, that's the Finnish accent for you. I apologize massively. This one about some Chinese bear or something. All right, we'll get this one translated. Who can translate who? We'll get someone else. No?
Family from China, 2 years, growing the dog.
Okay. The dog became a bear or something, yeah? All right. Turns out that wasn't that funny. Right, let's go to another one. Arnold Schwarzenegger here. He's let himself go somewhat. This one I know because it was brilliant. So for the foreigners here, you're going to enjoy this one. I believe it's something like, why do Latvians stick pine cones up their ass? Am I correct? Yeah. Can you answer why? That was an excellent noise there. I'm going to bring you to every time I ever do anything. Just you at the front. Fantastic laugh. Right. There we go. There's some crazy Delphi people. Here we go. Our sports department has learned that our fans will never turn their backs on our athletes. So this is something about lovely old Gulbis. And where is he? There we go. So the thing is, when Gulbis loses, but when he wins, Latvia wins. All right. And we have a very similar thing in the UK as well with Andy Murray. So when Andy Murray wins, he's a great British tennis player. But when Andy Murray loses, he's a rubbish Scottish tennis player. Right, number 8. I'm very good at counting. Our ideas tend to be so good that others aren't shy about borrowing them. Moving on. You don't always have to implement every idea. Some of the lovely Delphi staff are quite keen. They see new things. They run into the office. Let's do this. It's going to be great. We're going to be famous. So they tried to make their own version of 9gag, lolly.lv. It didn't go very well. Apparently there's no one here who can design a site that looks anything half decent. And no funny people here, apparently. Hence why I'm hosting this talk. Right. I didn't want to say that because there are some very funny Latvian people here. Right, sometimes an advertisement adds wonderfully to an article. Other times, not so much. Poor person has lost some digits in a blender accident. And there's a nice advertisement there for a new strimmer. You people, huh? Cold. All right, you can always find a new way to say the same old thing. Here we go, you're going to like this. So Delphi has a food platform where they like to try and shove food down your throats or get you cooking some new stuff because you can't just put dill on everything. All right, people? Calm down. Here we go. So this is Delphi's version of being kind of an online babushka who's just trying to shove food down your throat all day. Whenever you go and visit your grandma, she just gives you everything, doesn't she? Mine used to just try and get rid of everything in the cupboard that she didn't want. Oh, you want one of these? I'm like, no one has ever eaten that. All right, there we go. That looks wholly unappetizing. Brokastot. Apparently the people at Delphi who made this presentation really like food. But again, that looks horrific. Is that cherries? Unbelievable. There we go. They look nicer. Whoa. There we go. Food over. You can all relax now. Right, what we got? Number 12. There we go. We induced paid content. It went down very well. The Latvian public are very pleased to support local journalism. And we had some lovely comments come in about what they'd been up to. So we got some here. I'll read them out. Like, amazing work. It's a pleasure to support Delphi. Keep going. Yeah, I believe that is the correct pronunciation for that. And then, this guy at the bottom, he's very, very happy. Massive something. Right, 13. Yeah, so from one day to the next, Delphi is owned by the Russians. The next day, the Americans have taken over. And the truth is that it's owned by a Colombian drug cartel. And that is that. Delphi was created first in Latvia, then owned it by the Norwegians at a certain point. Then there's something to do with the Estonians. And it's a bit of a shame. I was a bit upset because we sent some invitations out to the Estonians a few months ago, and they still haven't arrived. So that's a shame as well. But I loved it because I had a bunch of Estonian friends before I started living in Riga. And then one day when I was learning a bit of Latvian, I found out the Latvian word for Estonia and Estonians. I called up my friend and I'm like, man, have you heard what they're calling you? He's like, what? I was like, iguanas. I mean, guys, that's just cruel. Look, our little iguanas up there. Huh? It's kind of cute, I guess, but there we are. People have loved us from the very first day. Here we go, another positive feedback round of people saying how much they love Delfi. There's some very good ones in here. This one's not that funny, I don't think. There we go, this is a nice one from Martinj. I read children in there somewhere, I think that's bad. I'm aware this final word there is quite a nice word. I was told I'm not allowed to repeat that on stage. However much I would love to. I'll let that sink in. This one's my favorite one. It's, Jesus, thank God for Delfi, for the foreigners. There you go. We are so lucky. This one is that one, yeah. Ilza is not a happy bunny. All in caps. Ilza is just constantly running through life screaming, news, no! Number 16. Here we get a little look back through history and what has changed on the Delfi page in the past 20 years. Let's have a look back at the first ever Delfi page. So as you can see, nothing has changed at all. It's the same as it ever was. The only thing we had to take out of here for like advertisement purposes was there used to be like a big advertisement here for a brand new Lada, but that's been taken out. I don't know why. I'll speak to the guys afterwards and we'll figure out what happened with that. But yeah, let's look what it looks like now and see what's changed. So nothing has changed really, just Porzingis was born. That happened. And he grew a lot, didn't he? But no, everyone's a big fan of Porzingis. We love him, apart from a few guys in Liepāja who couldn't handle their drink. 17, there we go. We're nearing the end. They've learned new professions. So in the beginning, all they had at Delfi was a journalist and a programmer, and that was about it. Now you have social media savvy, TikTok experts, insert extra pretentious role name in there somewhere. And now they do absolutely everything. Aren't they great? There we go. Number 18. They love to confuse foreigners. Now this was a little joint effort between me and Edgar's. There's been one phrase that has confused me constantly since I've been living in this country. I saw it everywhere and I really wanted to ask you all what is going on and why you're doing it. Now, I don't know what you have against mums and why you want to pie them, but every time I read this, it makes me think something very strange of getting a big custard pie and throwing it in a mum's face. What is going on? First time I tried to say that, no one understood what the hell was going on because I'm aware the pronunciation is massively different. Okay, there we have it. There were 18, but you know, the journalists, not mathematicians, they can't count that well. So we have 18 lessons. But thank you very much for listening, guys. And it's been an absolute pleasure. Go freedom, yay freedom. And by the way, in Braveheart, he didn't scream freedom at the end. It was a lie. Try having your guts cut open and shout freedom. You can't do it. It's impossible. Guys, thank you very much. Paldies.
Wow.